I know this isn't like me to make more than one YouTube vlog a day. I've only done it a few times, actually. Maybe less than that. But there was something that I wanted to talk about. It's the first few hours of my birthday, and tonight, for the first time that I can really think about, at least recently, I did something that I was really not proud of. Now, despite what some people might think, I like to think of myself as a pretty nice person. I mean, you know, I've been imperfect like everybody else. And, I've heard people say, you're too dramatic, and all the other mean things that people often say to each other when they don't understand the situation. But there's something that happened tonight that just absolutely floored me. And I've kind of put a lot of things off that I wanted to do tonight, trying to figure out how to deal with this. I'm going to leave names out of this situation, but any of you on Facebook who have been aware of it, or on YouTube that have been aware of it, or whatever, I guess you have it on YouTube. Um, Here it goes. 3 days ago, actually a week ago, I'm sorry, couldn't say it, a person I didn't know added me on Facebook. No problem, happens all the time. If I see that they are uncouth, I just block them. No problem, never hear from them again. Um, anyway, this person and I started to talk. For one thing, in the beginning, I started to notice they were adding more and more of my Facebook friends. That made me wonder, so I discussed that with them. They discussed that people didn't like them, that they'd been mistreated, blah, blah, blah. And so in the next few days, this person started to exhibit certain inappropriate emotions toward me that I just wasn't comfortable with. And I kept trying to rebuff that, but he didn't seem to quite understand. It wasn't long after that I'll just put it this way, and I think you can read through this, most of you, pretty well. Turns out the man actually had mental challenges. And let's just say that led to some physically irresponsible behavior on his part that had certain life-altering consequences. I'm making this very vague because this person's situation was very dire. When I expressed to him that I wasn't comfortable with that, I discussed the matter with somebody I really care about a lot. And they suggested that I block this person. And I did. I blocked this person on Facebook, and I put them on ignore on Yahoo. And it was on my birthday. This was one of the hardest choices I ever had to make. This man was mentally challenged. He had made a lot of mistakes in his life that had resulted in, let's just say, something that might have life-terminating consequences for him one day. But he didn't seem to understand how not to make the same mistake again, and seemed to be exhibiting tendencies to cause trouble for me. It may have been selfish, it may have been wrong, but I had to block this person for my safety and for his. I understand that. I'm sure a lot of you out there understand it too. But it's one of those complicated ethical decisions. That's why right now I am thankful in a way that I'm a Star Trek fan. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just kind of being ironic because my sense of morality is based on a larger scale than just, say, Christian morality or Buddhist morality or Jewish morality. I'm not set by one spiritual morality. Just basic, right and wrong, the best decision to make at the right time. And tonight I felt I had to make the hard choice. Maybe some of you out there may say, oh, you're making too much of this, Andre, this is not a big deal or whatever, but, you just have to do what you gotta do. Sometimes people can be obnoxious, but when it comes to a person with mental challenges, somebody who's already kind of wrecked their life, I feel bad. I really do. Well, there's a new day ahead of me, and I'm going to look at it as a new day. I've made the hard choice, and that's the last hard choice I want to make for a while. I just wanted to share the situation with you and hope that when your next birthday comes up, you don't have to start it by making choices like this. It's not that pleasant for the rather sympathetic person such as myself and many of you out there as well. So, Brian Wilson said, hang on to your egos, hang on to your sympathy, because it might be tested one day, especially if you gush somewhat. Talk to you next time. Better days.